What's up, guys? Right side.
We see a humongous shark, the black of its back in stark contrast with the white of its underbelly. It's the Megalodon, the ultimate predator of the seas. It's swimming at a relaxed pace, obviously not too hungry now, lazily bobbing its giant head left and right like a monarch acknowledging its entourage. Other sea creatures cower in fear before the beast and stay away not to become its next lunch. But what's that? An enormous school of fish swim from the depths of the ocean, seemingly in panic, and engulf the gigantic shark as if not seeing it. Something scared them so much, they don't pay attention to the apex predator. The Megalodon is annoyed. It bites into the silvery mass surrounding it, gulping down several dozen fish at once. Yet still, they don't flee from the beast. If anything, they seem to be looking for protection. The shark opens its jaws wide and is getting ready for another bite when something long and gnarly hits it on the side. A smack powerful enough to make it close its mouth and struggle to keep its balance in the water. The Megalodon's eyes open wide in surprise. It turns around, looking for the enemy, but too slow. Another strike lands on its gills, beating the breath out of its mouth in a swarm of bubbles. At the last moment, though, the shark notices the direction of the attack. It's coming from below. Regaining its senses, the beast turns its snout down, sharp, and hurls itself through the water like a torpedo. Right underneath, it sees a hazy silhouette, but can't discern its shape yet. It's enough for the Meg, however. It's locked on the target, a creature foolish enough to mess with the Ocean King. It opens its mouth, showing rows of huge, crooked teeth, and rushes the enemy. But just as it comes down on the foe, it lurches to the side, and the shark snaps its jaws in the empty water. Enraged now, it turns to face the impudent critter, and manages to take in right before receiving another crushing blow to the spine. Going down, dazed, the Megalodon watches as a squid, the size it's never seen before, stretches its many limbs in all directions. Two of those are much longer than the rest, and the monster raises them to its colossal head. Then it turns with its side to the shark, and the Meg finds itself looking right in the eye as big as a manta ray and as black as the deepest abyss. The shark is petrified for a moment, but comes around just in time to see yet another strike from one of those long tentacles. It comes straight from above, and the Meg quickly shifts to the side to avoid the beating. The spindly thing swishes inches from the shark's head, leaving a trail of bubbles. As the kraken reels the limb back to its head, the Megalodon sees the opportunity and strikes back. Its jaws close on the tentacle, ready to rip it off. But something's not right. The thing is rubbery, and the shark's teeth can't even puncture it. Still, it clenches its jaws even tighter and feels the monster squid writhing to break free. Realizing that it can't tear at the limb, the Meg starts pulling. It turns away from the kraken, but this time it's not fast enough. It forgot about the attacking tentacle and gets hit hard on the side again. The impact makes it release the limb, but it's too angry to feel any pain. The beast turns toward its nemesis and launches itself forward, aiming at that giant eye with its snout. Yet the kraken reacts lightning fast. It spins in place, turning to meet the oncoming hunter with all of its tentacles closed and interwoven like a living shield. The Megalodon hits the writhing mass at full speed and is deflected to the side. Without losing momentum, it makes a smooth turn and propels itself at the enemy from the other side. This time, the squid isn't able to protect itself. All 60 tons of the Megalodon hammer at the side of the kraken's head. It's also rubbery and malleable, but the monster is obviously dazed by the impact. It lolls to the side and starts sinking. Here's a list that'll make you glad you don't live in the ocean today or in the past. Dwarf lantern shark. The smallest shark in the world could fit in your hand. It has light-emitting organs called photophores, not for navigation, but camouflage with sunlight coming in from above. Blue-ringed octopus. Might be small, but this thing is no joke. One of the only venomous octopus species, An antidote to its sting still hasn't been found. Sarcastic fringehead, not my college roommate. Small, aggressive fish can open its huge mouth like wings. There was one case when this monster even tried to swallow an entire octopus. Oh, the sarcastic in its name means to tear apart. Red lionfish. Despite its harmless appearance, this fish is a dangerous monster. It can swallow other fish 2/3 its body size. Called lionfish because of its mane of venomous spikes. Striped surgeonfish. This one's name comes from scalpel-sharp spikes near its tail fin that the fish uses for self-defense. Spikes not only cut deep, they're also venomous. Black dragonfish. The only creature known to have chlorophyll, the stuff that makes plants green, in its eyes. Also, the only creature known to produce infrared light. Gives advantage in hunting since most animals can't see in infrared. Reef stonefish. Sharp needles on its back that can easily pierce through the bottom of a shoe. Ow! Even worse, this fish looks like an ordinary rock, so it's easy to step on it. Worse, it's the most venomous fish in the world. Viperfish, known for having the largest teeth relative to their heads, have evolved over time to become blacker in color, so prey can't see them in the deep ocean, until it's too late. Lamprey. Scary-looking jawless fish stick to their prey with suction cup-like mouth. Oh, and it's full of rows and rows of teeth. Mega piranha. Longer than your arm and heavier than a bowling ball. Its real power was in its bite. Its jaws locked down with a force 50 times the fish's weight. That'd be like a person having the bite force of a T-Rex. Black Pacu. Big fish, but nothing special, until you open its mouth. It has bizarre human-like teeth. They look and work a lot like our own. Hey, look, braces. Anglerfish. A fish famous for fishing. The fleshy rod is used as a bait for smaller fish. Payara. The top freshwater hunter. It can swallow prey half its size and often feeds on piranhas. Slender Snipe Eel. Super slim monster has the most vertebrae, 750. For comparison, a human has only 33 or 34. Barracuda. Can reach top swimming speeds of almost 30 miles per hour. Its jaw power is similar to that of a great white shark, so its bite is nothing to scoff at. Did I see you scoffing? Ocean sunfish. The heaviest bony fish in the world can outweigh a cow. It isn't dangerous to humans, but there have been cases where these fish tore up the bottoms of small boats. Frilled shark. This shark hunts like a snake, bending its body and making a sharp lunge forward. And 300 teeth help get the job done. Electric eel. Famous feature is electric organs that can create a charge of 860 volts, 7 times the amount in your house's sockets. A shock from an adult electric eel can stun a horse. You should see them plug in to charge up. Very interesting. No, I made that up. Box jellyfish. Unlike most other jellyfish, this monster has high mobility. In the water, it could easily catch up with a human. These things shrink if they don't eat. Sea turtles are the only thing that feeds on them.
Don't let the name fool you. It's a shark, not a whale. These huge fish are covered in white spots that have a unique design for each individual shark. That's 2 times heavier than a cruise ship anchor. You'd imagine that the largest fish in the sea would look kind of funny to you or me, but it's actually a great way of catching fish.
Oh my goodness.
It's a filter feeder system where the filter pads work to separate food from water. The fin whale. As the second largest mammal on the planet, the fin whale can get up to 85 feet long. That's the length of 2 school buses. It can weigh up to 75 tons, which is about as much as a space shuttle. The good news is that the fin whale is a gentle giant and feeds mostly on plankton and tiny shrimp-like organisms called krill. Don't expect to see it close to the coast. These whales like to stick to the open ocean, swimming alone, in pairs, or sometimes in groups. Sort of like people, their lifespan is around 85 to 90 years. And like many other whales, the fin whale is threatened by pollution, ships hitting them, and whalers who continue to hunt them even though the species is now considered endangered. The name comes from the 70 to 150 reddish-yellowish hair-like tentacles hanging from its body. Like other jellies, they're quite beautiful to look at. They come in several colors, including red, purple, and different shades of orange. Its bell can reach sizes of around 6.6 feet in diameter. But that's nothing compared to those tentacles. They can get up to 120 feet long, putting the lion's mane jellyfish among the ranks of the world's longest animals, and certainly the largest jellyfish species. It likes to float in the open ocean, where it feeds on zooplankton, small crustaceans, fish, and even other types of jellyfish. It uses the sting on its tentacles to stun its prey by injecting it with venom. Once that's done, it moves its catch up to its mouth, which is located under its body. Believe it or not, a jellyfish's mouth also serves as its anus, taking in food and expelling waste. If that's not impressive enough, the lion's mane jellyfish is bioluminescent, which means it can glow in the dark. Now, this is a terrifying creature just based on its sheer size. The blue whale is the largest animal this planet has ever seen, and it still swims the oceans today. They range from 82 feet to 105 feet in length and weigh up to a massive 200 tons. That's as much as an empty Boeing 747. Again, this ginormous creature is a gentle one. Thank goodness. These whales feed on krill most of all. In fact, they can eat up to 4 tons of the stuff a day. They live in all of the world's oceans, except in the frozen areas of the Arctic. Besides being the largest animals on the planet, the blue whale is also one of the loudest. They moan and groan and issue pulses that are believed to be able to reach whales up to 1,000 miles away.
Cretoxurina, 25 feet long. Cretoxurina is also known as the Ginsu shark. This creature roamed the seas and oceans 100 million years ago in the Cretaceous period. Despite this fact, they look pretty similar to modern sharks. These predators reached a weight of 1,000 to 2,000 pounds and could grow as long as 25 feet. They had incredibly sharp teeth, not unlike knives. Therefore, their diet included not only fish and smaller marine animals, but also a random dinosaur. For example, a Tylosaurus. Otodus, 30 feet long. This massive shark reigned over the oceans 60 to 45 million years ago. Otodus could grow up to 30 feet in length and weigh more than 4,000 pounds. That's the weight of the average new car in the U.S. This predator could also boast razor-sharp 4-inch long teeth. With the help of these daggers, Otodus feasted on big fish and whales. Helicoprion, 30 feet long. Helicoprion was not only one of the biggest, but also one of the most uncommon prehistoric sharks. It lived about 290 million years ago. These sharks got their name Helicoprion from the Greek for spiral saw, thanks to the highly unusual coils of teeth lining their jaws. Those coils tended to unfurl like a table saw, crushing their prey. Try to get this image out of your head now. Tycho Dust, 30 feet long. Tycho Dust, which means folded teeth in Greek, lived 90 to 60 million years ago. This was a massive shark that could reach 30 feet in length with a weight that varied between 1 and 2,000 pounds. This shark was different from other prehistoric sharks because it had large teeth, which, however, were flat. Due to this fact, Tycho Dust was a bottom feeder with a diet of shellfish and mollusks. Megalodon, 50 to 78 feet long. But the largest of absolutely all the sharks that have ever lived on this planet was Megalodon. This monster shark controlled the ocean 26 to 2.3 million years ago. This shark got its name Big Tooth because of its terrifying 7-inch long teeth. The average length of this giant was 50 to 78 feet. Positioned vertically, Megalodon would be as tall as the White House, which is 70 feet tall. As for the weight of this prehistoric shark, it could reach a whopping 100 tons. That is 14 times heavier than a Tyrannosaurus rex. Their diet? Oh, it mostly consisted of the largest whales. Scientists believe that Megalodon became extinct thanks to a lack of food and the appearance of new predators who snatched the remaining food away.